There is a quiet, specific kind of exhaustion that comes from living in a house haunted by your own past. It's the feeling of going to sleep as one person and desperately wishing you could wake up as someone else entirely. Someone unburdened, someone new, someone whose slate has been wiped clean, free from the echoes of old choices and long-gone moments that still ripple into the present. It is a deeply human longing, this desire for a fresh start, a complete reset. But what if the goal isn't to become a different person, but to finally allow the person you are already becoming to live without the crushing weight of who you once were? What if freedom isn't found in forgetting, but in changing your relationship with the memories themselves? Tonight, we explore a different kind of release. Not the violence of erasing your history, but the deeper, more lasting peace that comes from learning how to hold your own story with a gentle, open hand. We are not here to wage war on your memories, for that war is what keeps you tired. We are here to declare a truce, to find a way to live alongside them in peace, allowing their sharp edges to soften so that you, the person who is here, right now, breathing in this moment, can finally come forward and find true, restorative rest. So let this time be a sanctuary. Let this space, right here and now, be entirely yours. There's nowhere else you need to be, and nothing else you need to do. Allow yourself to arrive fully in this moment. And let's begin by creating a foundation of peace, right here in your own body. Wherever you are, allow yourself to settle in. Feel the full weight of your body being held completely by the surface beneath you. Give yourself permission to be supported. There is nothing you need to hold up right now. Just begin by noticing the quiet rhythm of your own breath. This gentle rising and falling has been your most faithful companion, a steady anchor through every single moment of your life. It was with you in the moments you wish to forget, and it is with you now, in this moment of healing. You don't need to change it or control it in any way. Simply become aware of it. Feel the air as it enters your body, a cool, clean presence, and feel the gentle release as it leaves, carrying away a little of the day's tension, a little of the world's noise, with each and every exhale. Now, let's bring a soft, kind awareness to the body, starting from the very top of your head. Imagine a warmth, a gentle, golden light, softening the muscles of your scalp and your forehead. Feel your brow become smooth and wide, releasing any lines of worry or deep concentration that you may have held there throughout the day. Allow this warmth to flow down over your eyes, inviting them to be heavy and still behind your eyelids. Your eyes have seen so much. Let them rest now. Let this gentle, soothing sensation soften the small, hard-working muscles around your mouth and your jaw. This is a place where we so often hold the tension of unspoken words, of stress, of effort. Perhaps you can allow a tiny space to form between your upper and lower teeth, letting your jaw hang loose and easy, completely at peace. This feeling of profound release now flows down into your neck and your shoulders. These are the places that so often carry the weight of responsibility, the burdens we believe we must bear all on our own. Right now, in this safe space, you can set those burdens down. Feel your shoulders melt. Feel them soften and drop away from your ears, releasing a tension you may not have even known you were carrying. Imagine the weight you've been holding all day, perhaps all week, or even for years, simply dissolving into the air around you. It does not need to be carried into your sleep tonight. Let this peaceful warmth travel down both of your arms, through your elbows and forearms, all the way to your wrists, your hands, and the very tips of your fingers. A sensation of pleasant heaviness and ease, as if your arms are sinking gently into deep relaxation. And now, bring your kind attention to your chest, to the physical space around your heart. This is often where we feel the echoes of the past most keenly. The old heartaches, the regrets, the fears. For now, we do not need to analyze or fix anything. We simply allow the breath to create space here. With every inhale, imagine a gentle, healing expansion in your chest, creating a little more room. And with every exhale, feel a softening, a gentle release. We are not pushing anything away. We are simply making room for peace to enter and dwell. This warm, heavy feeling of relaxation now flows down into your stomach and your lower back, untying any knots of anxiety that may be held there. Let your entire torso feel soft and at ease. Allow this wave of tranquility to continue down into your hips, your pelvis, releasing the deep muscles that support you all day long. Feel it flow down through your legs, your thighs, your knees, your calves, all the way to your ankles and your feet. Your feet, which have carried you through your entire journey to this very moment. Allow them to be still. Allow them to be heavy. Your entire body, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, is now sinking into a state of deep and profound calm. And in this state of physical peace, we can set our intention for this journey inward. The intention for this time together is both simple and revolutionary. It is not to fight with your past. The fight is the source of the exhaustion, the constant pushing away of memories, the endless replaying of old scenes, the wishing for a different yesterday. That is the struggle. Instead, our intention is simply to soften. Imagine you have been holding a clenched fist for days, or even years. Think of the strain, the ache in your muscles, the white knuckles, the constant effort. The relief doesn't come from punching harder or resisting the clench. The relief comes from the simple, gentle act of uncurling your fingers, one by one, and allowing your hand to rest, open, and at peace. That is what we will begin to do with the memories that have held you captive. We will gently, patiently, and lovingly begin to uncurl the grip they have on your spirit. We are setting an intention tonight to transform your relationship with your own history. The goal is to allow the past to become a library you can visit for wisdom when you choose, not a prison you are forced to live in every single day. And this is the perfect time for such work. As you drift in this peaceful state, this gentle transition between waking and dreaming, the deepest parts of your mind become incredibly receptive. It's in this quiet, fertile space that we can plant the seeds of a new way of being. We can suggest to our subconscious mind, the keeper of our deepest beliefs, that it is now safe to let go. It is safe to release the old, painful narrative. It is safe to allow the person you have become, a person forged and shaped by all you have experienced, to finally, truly, and deeply rest. The goal is not to wake up tomorrow as a stranger to yourself, but to wake up as a more integrated, a more peaceful, and a more whole version of yourself. A version that understands, deep in its bones, that the past is a place of reference, not a place of residence. A version that is ready for a new day, a new moment, unburdened and free. There is nothing more for you to do now. Simply rest, simply breathe, and allow these words to be a gentle guide as you drift deeper and deeper into tranquility. Now, From this place of deep physical rest, let's gently turn our awareness inward, into the quiet landscape of the mind. I want you to imagine that your mind is like a calm, vast, and silent room. And in this room, for a long time, a projector has been playing old films on a loop. The same scenes, the same sounds, the same feelings, over and over again. We are not going to try to shut the projector off. We are not going to try to smash the machine or tear the screen. All we are going to do for these next few moments is sit together in the quiet darkness of the theater and simply notice what film is playing. Without any pressure or need to force anything, just gently ask yourself, what is the story that haunts you? What is the memory or the series of memories that feels like a chain, tethering you to a past you wish you could escape? Allow whatever needs to arise to come forward gently. It might be a specific scene, a conversation you wish you could take back. It might be a choice you made, or a choice that was made for you. It could be a time when you felt you weren't your best self, or a time when you were deeply hurt. For some, it may not even be a single event, but a lingering feeling, a cloud of regret, of shame, or of loss that seems to follow you from room to room, from day to day. Whatever comes to mind, just let it be there. Our only task right now is to witness it. See it not as something that is happening now, but as an echo, an old recording. You are here, safe, in this present moment. The memory is simply a shadow being cast on the screen of your awareness. Observe it with a kind of neutral curiosity, the way you might watch clouds passing in the sky. You don't have to get swept up in the wind or the rain. You are the sky itself, vast and unchanging, simply observing the weather of the past as it moves through. Notice the details of this memory, this story, without judgment. See the colors, hear the sounds, acknowledge the feelings that are attached to it, but from a slight distance. You are the observer now, not the participant. For so long, you may have been living as if you were still inside that movie, still acting out that scene. You have identified so completely with that character on the screen that you forgot you are the one sitting in the audience. Tonight, we are creating a little space, a little distance between you, the conscious breathing person here and now, and the story that has been playing. This story is not the totality of who you are. It is a single chapter from a very long book. And for so many of us, the mind latches onto these painful chapters and reads them aloud, relentlessly, convincing us that this one part is the whole story. But it isn't. It is just a story. A powerful one, yes. A painful one, perhaps. But a story nonetheless. And as you sit with this awareness, I want you to acknowledge something incredibly important. The sheer weight of carrying this. Feel for a moment the immense energy it has taken to hold this story inside you every single day. Think of the effort involved in trying to suppress it, to push it down, to pretend it isn't there. That takes an incredible amount of life force. Think of the energy consumed by replaying it, analyzing it, punishing yourself for it over and over again. That too is exhausting. It's like walking through your entire life with a backpack filled with heavy stones. Each stone is a memory, a regret, a word you wish you hadn't said, a moment you wish you could change. You have been carrying this weight into every new morning, into every conversation, into every relationship. It has colored the way you see the world, and more importantly, the way you see yourself. It has been a constant, low-level hum of static beneath the surface of your life, draining your energy, stealing your joy, and keeping you tethered to a version of yourself that no longer exists. Acknowledging this weight is not about blame. It is about honoring the truth of your experience. It is about finally admitting, perhaps for the first time, this has been heavy. This has been so heavy, and I am tired of carrying it. There is a profound validation in simply naming the struggle. You are not weak for feeling this exhaustion. You are human. It is the natural consequence of carrying a burden that was never meant to be carried forever. The mind creates these loops, these stories, as a way to try and make sense of the past, to try and protect you from future pain. It's a survival mechanism. But at some point, the mechanism that was designed to protect you begins to imprison you. The alarm bell that was meant to warn you of danger is now ringing constantly, even when you are safe. Tonight, we are simply acknowledging the sound of the bell. We are noticing the story on the screen. We are feeling the weight of the stones in the backpack. We are not trying to fix it or fight it. We are simply, and with great compassion, witnessing the truth of what has been. This simple act of non-judgmental awareness is the most crucial first step, because you cannot let go of a weight you don't realize you are carrying. You cannot heal a wound you refuse to look at. And so, with immense gentleness, we look. We see the chains for what they are. Old stories, forged in moments of pain or confusion, that you have been dragging into the present moment. And just by seeing them clearly, without fear and without judgment, something miraculous begins to happen. They begin to lose their power. They begin to transform from terrifying, all-consuming realities into what they truly are, echoes from the past, just echoes. And as you continue to breathe, slowly and deeply, you can feel the quiet strength in the part of you that is able to witness all of this. This is your true self. The self that is bigger than any memory, stronger than any regret, and more resilient than any story. This is the part of you we are connecting with tonight. The part that is ready to be free. The part that knows, on the deepest level, that it is time to set the weight down and finally rest. As we continue to sit in this quiet space of awareness, let's go one step deeper. Now that we have acknowledged the story that has been playing on a loop, let's gently turn our attention to the main character in that story, the version of you from the past that you have been trying so hard to forget. The one who made the choice, said the words, or endured the pain. The one at the very center of the memory that haunts you. For a long time, you may have seen this past self as an enemy, an adversary living inside you. You may have judged them, shamed them, or felt an intense anger toward them for burdening your present self with their legacy. This internal battle is one of the deepest sources of our exhaustion. Tonight, let's try something different. Let's try to meet this past version of you, not with judgment, but with curiosity and a gentle compassion. I want you to visualize this person. See them clearly in your mind's eye. See them at the age they were in that memory. See what they were wearing, the expression on their face. See the world through their eyes for just a moment. And instead of turning away in shame or anger, just hold them in your awareness. See them not as a monster, not as a failure, not as a villain in your life story. See them simply as a human being who was doing the absolute best they could with the tools, the knowledge, and the emotional capacity they had at that specific moment in time. Consider this for a moment. That version of you did not have the wisdom you have now. They had not yet learned the lessons that came from the very experience you regret. You have the benefit of hindsight, of seeing the entire map of consequences. They were standing at a crossroads with only a limited view of the path ahead. They were operating on a different level of awareness. Perhaps they were driven by fear. Perhaps they were acting out of a deep, unmet need for love, for safety, or for validation. Perhaps they were overwhelmed, confused, or simply unaware of another way to be. Every action we take, even the ones we later regret, comes from an attempt to meet a need. Can you, just for a moment, try to understand what need that past version of you was trying to meet? Perhaps their actions were a clumsy attempt to protect themselves, or a misguided effort to find happiness, or a desperate cry for help. When we look back at our past selves through the lens of our current wisdom, it's easy to be critical. We think, how could I have been so foolish? Why did I do that? But that is an unfair comparison. You are judging a past version of yourself by a standard they hadn't yet reached. It's like criticizing a child for not knowing how to solve a complex algebra problem. They simply didn't have the knowledge yet. The experience itself is what taught you. That pain, that regret, that very moment you wish you could erase, is precisely what forged the wisdom you now possess. And so, as you hold this image of your past self in your mind, see if you can offer them a little bit of grace. See them as someone who was learning, struggling, and trying to navigate the complexities of life without the instruction manual. They were not trying to sabotage your future. They were trying to survive their present. And in their own way, they did. They got you here. Every decision they made, every mistake, every triumph, led down a long and winding road to this very moment, where you are lying here, safe, breathing, and on a path of healing and conscious growth. In a strange and profound way, you owe your current wisdom to their past ignorance. You owe your current strength to their past struggles. This is a radical shift in perspective. It's moving from self-blame to a form of self-understanding. It's not about condoning harmful actions or pretending mistakes didn't happen. It is about separating the action from the person. It is about recognizing that you are not the same person you were 5 years ago, 1 year ago, or even 1 day ago. You are an evolving being. That past self is not you. They are an ancestor of the person you are today. And like any ancestor, they deserve to be understood and honored for the role they played in your journey, even if that role was a difficult or painful one. This old identity, this version of you that you've been trying to outrun, has profoundly shaped your present beliefs about who you are. Perhaps that past experience left you with the belief that you are unworthy of love, or that you are fundamentally broken, or that you will always fail. These are the stories we tell ourselves, the identities we adopt, based on isolated moments from our past. We take a single snapshot and decide it's the entire family album. Tonight, we are gently challenging that belief. We are looking at that snapshot and saying, yes, that moment happened. That person existed, but that is not the whole truth of who I am. By meeting this past self with a sliver of compassion, you begin to loosen the grip of that old identity. You stop defining yourself by your worst moments. You stop allowing a ghost from the past to dictate the possibilities of your present and your future. You begin to understand that your identity is not a fixed, concrete thing. It is fluid. It is constantly being rewritten with every breath you take, with every new choice you make. So just for now, as you prepare for sleep, let this image of your past self soften. See if you can send them a silent message of peace. Something simple. I understand you were doing the best you could. Or, thank you for getting me here. Or simply, I release you. You are not condoning their actions. You are freeing yourself from the burden of judging them. You are ending the internal war. And in doing so, you are reclaiming an immense amount of energy. The energy that you have been using to fight with yourself can now be used for healing, for growth, and for building the life you truly want to live. This is the beginning of true inner peace, not by erasing the past, but by integrating it with wisdom and compassion. There is nothing more to do. Just allow this sense of gentle understanding to wash over you, creating a space for deep, restorative sleep. Now let's talk about the wish itself. The deep, often painful, and profoundly human wish to begin again. I want you to feel the truth of that desire in your body right now. It might feel like an ache in your chest, a tightness in your throat, or a deep weariness in your bones. It's the feeling behind the thought, if only I could go back. Or, I wish I could just wake up and all of this would have been a dream. This longing for a clean slate, for a life untouched by the shadows of yesterday, is one of the most universal experiences of being human. And it is so important, right here, right now, to validate this feeling completely. You are not wrong for wanting this. You are not strange or broken for wishing you could shed your own history like a skin and walk away, new and unmarked. This desire is not a sign of weakness. On the contrary, it is a sign of your innate, powerful drive toward healing and wholeness. It is the voice of your spirit, your soul, your deepest self, crying out for peace. It is the recognition, on a profound level, that the weight you are carrying is too heavy, and that you were not meant to carry it forever. Think about it this way. In stories and myths from every culture across the world, the theme of rebirth is central. The phoenix rising from the ashes, the snake shedding its skin, the hero returning from the underworld, transformed. We are captivated by these stories because they speak to a fundamental truth we all feel inside: the possibility of renewal, the hope that we are not defined by our darkest moments, and that a new beginning is always possible. Your personal longing to start over is your own version of this ancient mythic quest. It is the hero's call, echoing within your own heart. So often, we add another layer of suffering on top of our past pain by judging ourselves for this very wish. We tell ourselves we should be stronger, that we should just get over it, or that we are being dramatic. We try to suppress the longing, to pretend we are fine, to put on a brave face. But all that does is bury the pain deeper, where it continues to drain our energy from beneath the surface. Tonight, we give that longing a voice. We bring it out into the light of our gentle awareness, and we honor it. We say to that part of ourselves that is so desperate for a fresh start, I hear you, I see you, and you are not alone. Every single person who has ever lived has at some point felt trapped by their yesterday. Everyone has a memory they wish they could erase. Everyone has a moment they look back on with a wince of regret or a pang of sorrow. The feeling of being defined by your past, of being unable to escape the narrative you've built around your mistakes, is a shared human condition. When you feel this ache, you are not isolated in your suffering. You are connected in that very moment to the vast collective heart of humanity. You are part of a river of souls who have all longed for the same thing: a chance to be new, a chance to be free. There is a quiet solidarity in that realization. It takes the sharp personal sting out of the shame and transforms it into a softer, more universal experience of being alive. And here is something I want you to hear, not just with your ears, but with your entire being. Your desire to grow beyond your past is a testament to your beautiful, evolving spirit. It is proof of your resilience. A person who was truly broken would not long for healing. A person who is truly lost would not search for a new path. The very fact that you are here right now, listening to these words, engaging in this deep inner work, is the clearest possible sign that you are not defined by your past. It shows that there is a part of you that has never given up, a part of you that still believes in the possibility of peace, of lightness, of a brighter tomorrow. That part of you is your greatest strength. It is the unbreakable core of your being, and it has been with you all along, whispering, there has to be another way. Tonight, we are listening to that whisper. We are amplifying it. We are making it the dominant voice in the room. This desire to begin again is not a fantasy to be dismissed. It is a sacred calling. It is the compass of your soul pointing you toward your own healing. It is not asking you to magically erase your history. It is inviting you to integrate your history in a way that allows you to move forward without being chained to it. It is inviting you to become the author of your own story, rather than a passive reader of a chapter you didn't like. So, let go of any judgment you have about this wish. Embrace it. See it as the powerful, life-affirming force that it is. It is the engine of your transformation. It is the evidence of your own goodness, your own inner light, which has never been extinguished, no matter how dark the past may have seemed. Feel the truth of this validation settle into your body. Let it be a soothing balm on the old wound of self-criticism. Allow a sense of profound self-acceptance to wash over you. You are a human being, having a human experience. Your longing for renewal is not a flaw. It is your most sacred and powerful guide. It has led you here, to this moment of quiet reflection, to this opportunity for deep rest and profound change. Trust this feeling, honor it, and know that by simply acknowledging its truth, you have already taken a powerful step on the path toward becoming the person you long to be. You are not trapped. You are evolving, and this very desire is the proof. Rest in that knowledge. Rest in the peace of knowing you are exactly where you need to be, on a journey of becoming whole. Let's sink a little deeper into this feeling of peace and turn our attention to the sheer exhaustion of it all. For a moment, I want you to give yourself complete and total permission to feel tired. Not just the everyday tiredness from a long day at work, but the deep, soul-level weariness that comes from holding on so tightly for so long. This isn't a failure. It's a profound truth that needs to be honored. The work of constantly fighting or suppressing the past is one of the most draining tasks a human being can undertake. It is a silent, invisible battle that you have been waging day in and day out, often without any recognition or support, and it has a very real cost. Think of the mental energy it consumes. Every time a memory surfaces and you have to consciously push it back down, that is an expenditure of will. It's like holding a beach ball underwater. For a moment, you can succeed, but it takes constant, focused pressure. The second your attention wavers, the ball shoots back up to the surface with even more force. This constant act of suppression creates a state of hypervigilance in the mind. You're always on guard, scanning your own thoughts for potential threats, for those unwanted memories. This leaves very little mental space for creativity, for joy, for presence, for simply being at ease in your own mind. The mind was not designed to be a prison guard. It was designed to be a garden. And you have been spending all your energy policing the borders instead of tending to what can grow. Then there is the emotional energy, the constant re-experiencing of old emotions, the shame, the regret, the anger, the sadness, is incredibly taxing on your nervous system. Each time the story plays, your body often reacts as if the event is happening all over again. Your heart rate might quicken, your stomach might clench, your shoulders might tense up. You are putting your body through a stress response for an event that is no longer happening. This cycle of emotional re-stimulation keeps your nervous system in a state of chronic, low-grade fight or flight. It's like keeping the engine of a car running in the red day and night. Eventually, the system becomes depleted. The exhaustion you feel is not just in your head. It is a physiological reality. Your body has been carrying the emotional burden of the past, and it is, quite simply, worn out. And so tonight, we give you permission to stop. Permission to stop fighting. Permission to stop pushing. Permission to stop holding that beach ball under the water. Just for now, in this safe space, you can let it go. You can admit to yourself, with radical honesty and self-compassion, this struggle has been exhausting, and I am tired. Say it to yourself, silently. Feel the truth of it resonate in every cell of your being. I am so tired of this. There is an incredible release in this admission. It's the first step toward true rest. For as long as you pretend you are not tired, as long as you tell yourself you should be able to handle it, you are still fighting. The moment you admit your exhaustion, you surrender. And in this context, surrender is not defeat. It is a wise and courageous act of self-preservation. It is the beginning of peace. I want you to imagine something. Picture yourself having walked for miles, maybe for years, carrying a ridiculously heavy weight. It could be a backpack full of stones, as we imagined earlier, or a heavy, cumbersome piece of furniture. You've been carrying it for so long, you've almost forgotten what it feels like to walk without it. Your muscles ache, your back is strained, and every step is an effort. You've just accepted this as your reality. But then, you arrive here, in this quiet, peaceful place, and someone says to you, with gentle authority, you can set that down now. Feel that. Feel the moment of hesitation, the disbelief, and then the decision to trust. You slowly, carefully lower the weight to the ground, and in that instant, a wave of profound relief washes over you. Your shoulders feel light. Your spine lengthens. You can take a full, deep breath for the first time in ages. The sheer relief of no longer carrying the load is almost overwhelming. You didn't even realize how much of your energy, how much of your very being, was dedicated to simply managing that weight. This is the feeling we are inviting in right now. The simple, profound relief of setting it down. The past is the weight. The holding on is the carrying. And this moment, right here, is your invitation to let it rest on the ground beside you. You don't have to destroy it. You don't have to throw it away. You just have to stop carrying it. It is okay to be tired. In fact, it is necessary. The exhaustion is a signal from your body and your soul. It's a message that the old way of coping is no longer sustainable. It's an invitation to find a new way, a more gentle way. Your weariness is not a sign of failure. It is a sign that you are ready for a different kind of life. A life where your energy is used not for suppression, but for creation. Not for fighting the past, but for building a beautiful present. Acknowledge the warrior in you that has been fighting for so long. Thank them for their tireless effort to protect you. And then, with love and with grace, tell that warrior that their shift is over. They can lay down their arms. The battle is done. The war with your own history is over. Not because you won, but because you chose to stop fighting. You chose peace. Feel this permission to be tired seep into your bones. Let it be the ultimate relaxation. Let the exhaustion itself become a doorway into the deepest, most restorative sleep you have had in a very long time. There is nothing left to hold, nothing left to fight. There is only this moment, this breath, and the profound peace of finally setting it all down. Now that we have set down the heavy weight, now that we have admitted our deep exhaustion, a new space opens up within us. And in this space, other feelings, ones that have been buried beneath the effort of holding on, may begin to surface. Often, beneath the anger at ourselves, beneath the frustration and the relentless cycle of regret, there lies a much softer, more vulnerable emotion: grief. Tonight, we make a safe container for this grief to be felt, to be honored, and to move through us. Grief is not just for the loss of a person. We can grieve for the loss of who we once were, or who we thought we would be. We can grieve for choices we wish we could unmake. We can grieve for lost time, for lost innocence, or for a past that did not give us what we needed. For so long, you may have been treating your past pain as a problem to be solved or a flaw to be hidden. You've approached it with the mental energy of regret, which is sharp, analytical, and often harsh. Regret asks, why did I do that? How could I fix this? It keeps the mind spinning in circles, trapped in a loop of self-blame. Grief, on the other hand, is the language of the heart. It is not a problem to be solved. It is an experience to be held. Grief simply says, this hurts. It is a softer, more yielding energy. It is the emotional acknowledgement of a wound, and it is the necessary rain that must fall before the landscape of the soul can become green and fertile again. So, in the quiet sanctuary of this moment, allow yourself to feel the sadness that may be living behind your regret. You don't need to dive into it or become overwhelmed by it. Just allow it to be present. Perhaps there is a sadness for the younger version of you who was in pain or confusion. Can you feel a sense of compassion for their struggle, a quiet sorrow for what they went through? This is not pity. This is empathy turned inward. It is the beginning of a profound form of self-love. You are, in essence, becoming the compassionate witness that your past self may never have had. You are offering them the gift of your gentle presence, acknowledging their pain without judgment. Perhaps there is grief for what was lost, a relationship, an opportunity, a sense of safety, a version of your life that can no longer be. It is okay to mourn these things. For too long, we are told to be strong, to move on, to look on the bright side. And while those things have their place, they cannot happen authentically until we have given ourselves permission to feel the truth of our loss. Strength is not the absence of feeling. True strength is the capacity to feel deeply, to hold our own sorrow with courage and tenderness, and to allow it to move through us without being destroyed by it. Pretending not to be sad takes an immense amount of energy. Allowing the sadness to be there, even for a few moments, is a profound act of release. I want you to imagine that your emotions are like the weather. For a long time, you may have been trying to control the weather, to demand sunshine on a day that was meant for rain, and you have been exhausted by the impossible effort. Tonight, we simply let the rain fall. Imagine a gentle, cleansing rain washing over the inner landscape of your being. This rain is not a destructive storm. It is a soft, steady shower that is here to wash away the dust and the grime of the past. It is here to nourish the dry ground, to soften the hard places, and to prepare the soil for new growth. Each wave of sadness, if allowed to be felt, is a wave of healing. It is the body's natural way of processing pain and releasing stored emotional energy. And in this moment, you have permission to release the need to be strong. You can let go of the brave face. There is no one here you need to perform for. You can let your emotional armor rest on the floor beside you. Just for tonight, you can be as vulnerable, as soft, and as human as you truly are. There is an immense safety in this, in allowing yourself to simply feel without the need to do anything about it. You are telling yourself, on the deepest level, all parts of me are welcome here. My strength is welcome, and my sorrow is welcome. My joy is welcome, and my grief is welcome. This is the foundation of unconditional self-acceptance. It is the end of the internal war between the parts of you that you deem good and the parts you deem bad. It is the beginning of wholeness. The paradox of emotion is that the more we resist it, the more it persists. The sadness we refuse to feel becomes a lingering depression. The anger we suppress turns into a bitter resentment. The fear we deny becomes a constant low-level anxiety. When we create a safe space to allow these feelings to simply be, to be felt in the body as pure sensation, they do something miraculous. They move, they flow, they pass through us like a weather system moving across the sky. They are not permanent. They are not who we are. They are simply energy in motion. And by allowing the grief to move, you are unsticking the energy that has been trapped for so long, the energy that has been holding the old story in place. You don't need to analyze the sadness. You don't need to justify it. You don't even need to understand it completely. All you need to do is breathe with it. As you feel a wave of sorrow or loss, simply breathe into that space in your body where you feel it. Imagine your breath is a gentle, compassionate current, creating space around the feeling, holding it with tenderness. And as you exhale, imagine a gentle release, a softening. You are not pushing the feeling away. You are simply allowing it to be, and allowing it to change in its own time. This is a profound practice of presence and self-compassion, and it is the key to letting the past truly become the past. It's not about forgetting. It's about feeling it through to completion, so it no longer has an emotional charge, so it can finally, truly be laid to rest. As the gentle rain of grief begins to cleanse the landscape, we can start to practice a new way of relating to the memories themselves. We begin the subtle, powerful work of loosening their chains. For so long, you may have experienced your memories as being a fundamental part of you, as if they were tattooed onto your soul. They felt solid, permanent, and defining. Tonight, we are going to experiment with a different perspective, one that creates space, lightness, and freedom. Let's return to the image of your awareness as a vast, open sky. It is boundless, clear, and inherently peaceful. Your thoughts, your feelings, and your memories are like the weather. They are like clouds that form, drift across the sky, and eventually dissipate. I want you to bring to mind one of those recurring memories, one of the stories from the past that has felt so heavy. But this time, instead of getting pulled into the story, I want you to visualize it as a single, distinct cloud floating in the vastness of your inner sky. See it from a distance. Notice its shape, its color, its texture. Perhaps it is a dark, heavy storm cloud, crackling with the energy of anger or fear. Perhaps it is a dense, gray fog of sadness or regret. Or maybe it's a series of smaller, scattered clouds, each one a different fragment of the past. Just observe it. You are not the cloud. You are the sky that is holding the cloud. The cloud is temporary. The sky is eternal. The cloud is a fleeting event. The sky is the boundless space in which all events happen. This is a profound shift in identity. For years, you may have been living as if you were the storm cloud. You identified with it completely. When the cloud of regret appeared, you said, "I am regretful." When the cloud of sadness drifted in, you said, "I am sad." You mistook the weather for the sky. But your true nature, your deepest self, is the sky. It is the silent, unwavering awareness that witnesses everything: the storms, the sunshine, the fog, the clear blue emptiness, without being changed by any of it. The sky is never damaged by the storm. It is never stained by the clouds. It remains pure, open, and peaceful, always. Realizing this, even for a moment, is the beginning of liberation. Now, let's use the breath as a tool to create even more space. With each inhale, I want you to imagine you are breathing in pure, clean, spacious air, filling the vastness of your inner sky. Feel this sense of openness expanding within you. And with each exhale, I want you to gently breathe out, not trying to push the cloud away, but simply reinforcing the space around it. Imagine your exhale is a gentle breeze that creates a little more distance between you, the observer, and the cloud of memory. Inhale and feel the expansion of your own peaceful awareness. Exhale and feel the space between you and the story growing a little wider, a little more comfortable. We are not fighting the cloud. We are not trying to make it disappear. We are simply resting in our identity as the sky and allowing the cloud to be what it is, a temporary phenomenon passing through. What you will notice as you practice this is that the cloud begins to lose its solidity. When you stare directly at a memory and get lost inside it, it feels like a concrete wall. It feels all-consuming. But when you step back and observe it as a cloud in the vast sky of your awareness, it becomes more transparent, more dreamlike. You start to see through it. You realize it is made of nothing more than old thoughts, old images, and old sensations. It has no inherent power over you. The only power it ever had was the power you gave it by believing it was you, by identifying with it. As you withdraw your identification, as you simply witness it from a place of spacious peace, its chains begin to dissolve. This is the art of non-attachment. It's not about being cold or indifferent. It's about loving yourself enough to not let a passing weather pattern define the totality of your sky. It's a deep, compassionate wisdom that understands the transient nature of all things, including our most painful memories, The memory itself may never disappear completely, just as clouds will always be a part of the sky. But your relationship to it can be utterly transformed. It can change from being a terrifying, recurring storm that you feel trapped inside to being just another cloud that you notice drifting by, with a sense of calm, detachment, and maybe even a little compassion. You might find yourself saying, there is the regret cloud again. I see it. And then you return your attention to the vast, peaceful expanse of the sky, which is your true home. Let's practice this for another moment. Bring the memory cloud back to mind. See it floating there. And now, expand your awareness beyond the cloud. Become aware of the edges of the cloud and the infinite space that surrounds it. Feel the quiet stillness of the sky behind the cloud, above the cloud, below the cloud, and on all sides of the cloud. Rest your attention in the stillness, in the spaciousness. That stillness is you. That peace is you. It has always been there, just beneath the noise of the mental weather. You are not your memories. You are not your mistakes. You are not your past. You are the timeless, spacious awareness in which all of those things have appeared and will eventually disappear. Rest in this knowing. Feel the profound freedom in this simple yet radical shift of perspective. Let the chains of memory loosen their grip, not through force, but through the gentle, powerful light of your own expanding awareness. This is your true nature. Come home to it now. Having created this space between you and the stories of the past, we can now begin to approach them with a new kind of curiosity. From this calm, observational distance, we can gently begin to shift our perspective. For a long time, the central question you have asked about your past has likely been, what did this cost me? You have focused on the pain, the loss, the damage. This is a natural and necessary part of the process, a part of the grieving we have just honored. But it is not the only story to be told. Tonight, from this place of safety and peace, we are going to gently ask a different question. What did this teach me? We are going to begin the sacred work of looking for the hidden wisdom, the unexpected gifts that were forged in the very fires you wished you could have avoided. This is not about pretending that the painful things were secretly good. It's not about toxic positivity or making excuses for hurt. It is a far more subtle and profound alchemy. It is the recognition that human beings are meaning-making creatures, and that we have the incredible capacity to extract wisdom and strength from our most difficult experiences. It is about honoring your own resilience and your spirit's ability to turn lead into gold. So, as you hold that memory, that old story, at a gentle distance, seeing it as a cloud in your vast sky, ask this question with genuine, open curiosity. What lesson is hidden here? Perhaps the experience, as painful as it was, taught you something essential about boundaries. Maybe a time when you were taken advantage of or did not speak your truth taught you the non-negotiable importance of saying no. Maybe it taught you how to recognize warning signs in people or situations, a skill that has protected you countless times since. That wisdom, that ability to protect yourself now, was a direct result of that past pain. It was a lesson you could not have learned from a book. It had to be experienced. In this light, the memory is not just a scar. It is the birthplace of a deep and abiding strength. Perhaps a profound failure or a mistake you deeply regret taught you the invaluable lesson of humility. Maybe it shattered a certain arrogance or naivety. and in its place, planted the seeds of a deeper self-awareness and a more compassionate understanding of others' imperfections. We often learn far more from our failures than from our successes. Success can make us complacent. Failure forces us to reevaluate, to learn, to adapt, to grow. That humility, that compassion you now possess for others who stumble, may have its roots in your own past stumbles. It is a gift that makes you a kinder, more connected human being. Or maybe a time of deep loss or heartbreak cracked you open in a way that nothing else could have. Perhaps it taught you what is truly important in life. It may have stripped away the superficial concerns and connected you to a deeper well of love, of gratitude, of presence. Sometimes, it is only in the darkness that we learn to truly appreciate the light. The empathy you have now for others in pain, that ability to sit with someone in their sorrow without needing to fix it, may have been born from your own time in the depths. This is a sacred wisdom, a profound gift that allows you to connect with others on a heart-to-heart level. It has transformed you into a source of comfort and healing for the people in your life. Look at all you have survived. Just take a moment and let that sink in. Think of the challenges, the heartaches, the moments you thought you would not get through. And yet here you are. You are here, breathing, still seeking, still growing. The person you are today, with your unique blend of wisdom, resilience, and compassion, was forged in those fires. That strength is not theoretical. It is encoded in your very being. It is a deep, quiet power that you carry with you every single day. The past may have left scars, but those scars are a testament to your ability to heal. They are a map of your survival, and the wisdom that came with them is yours to keep forever. It cannot be taken from you. It is the treasure that you brought back from the underworld. This shift in perspective is not an overnight process. It is a gentle, ongoing practice of reframing. It's like turning a diamond in your hand, watching how it catches the light in different ways. You are not changing the facts of what happened. You are changing the story you tell yourself about what it means. You are moving from the story of I am damaged to the story of I am resilient. From I am a failure to I am a learner. From I am broken to I have been broken open. This is the ultimate act of reclaiming your power. You are no longer a passive victim of your history. You are an active participant in creating its meaning. You are the alchemist, transforming the raw, painful material of the past into the gold of wisdom. So, as you drift towards sleep, let this new question echo gently in your subconscious mind. What did this teach me? You don't need to find all the answers right now. Simply planting the question is enough. Your deeper mind will continue the work as you rest. It will begin to sift through the archives of your experience, not looking for evidence of your flaws, but for evidence of your strength. It will begin to connect the dots between past struggles and present wisdom, and you may find yourself waking up with a subtle but profound shift in how you feel about your own story. A little less shame, a little more acceptance, and perhaps a quiet growing sense of gratitude, not for the pain itself, but for the incredible, resilient, and wise person you have become because of it. Building on this discovery of hidden wisdom, let's now take the final, most crucial step in reframing our relationship with the past. We are going to consciously and intentionally release the belief that our past defines us. We are going to embrace a new, more expansive truth. Your past is a chapter in your book, not the entire story. For a long time, you may have been living as if a single, difficult chapter defined the whole narrative of your life. You've read that one chapter over and over again, memorized every painful line, until you started to believe that it was the only thing you had ever written. But your book is vast and multi-layered, with countless pages already filled and so many more yet to be written. I want you to visualize your life as a beautifully bound book, a thick, substantial volume. Some chapters are filled with light, joy, and adventure. Others are marked by confusion, sadness, or struggle. Some pages are dog-eared from being revisited time and time again, while others have barely been glanced at. The chapter that has haunted you is just one of many. It might be a very dark chapter, a very painful one. But if you were to look at the book as a whole, you would see that it does not and cannot represent the entire work. It is part of the story, yes. It adds depth, complexity, and contrast. In many ways, the struggles in that chapter are what make the subsequent chapters of growth and healing so powerful and compelling. But it is not the sum total of who you are. Our identity is not a fixed, static monument carved in stone, defined forever by our worst moments. That is a profound illusion of the mind. Our identity is a living, breathing, evolving process. It is more like a river than a statue. It is constantly flowing, constantly changing, shaped by new experiences, new insights, and new choices. The person you are right now, in this moment, is different from the person you were when that painful chapter was written. You have more wisdom now. You have more experience. You have more compassion. To continue defining yourself by the actions or experiences of that past self is to deny the reality of your own growth. It is to insist that the river is still at the point where it was miles upstream, ignoring the entire journey it has taken since. Think about it in a different way. Imagine a great, ancient tree. Over its long life, it has endured countless storms. Perhaps a bolt of lightning once struck it, leaving a deep, dark scar down its trunk. Perhaps a harsh winter caused it to lose a major branch. Does that scar define the tree? Does that lost branch tell the whole story of its existence? Of course not. The tree is also defined by its deep roots, its towering height, its thousands of green leaves that turn sunlight into life, the shade it provides, the birds that nest in its branches. The scars and the broken branches are part of its history. They tell a story of resilience, of survival. But they are not the tree's entire identity. The tree's identity is its aliveness, its continued growth, its reaching for the sun, season after season. You are that tree. Your past wounds are the scars, evidence of the storms you have weathered. But your identity is your aliveness, your capacity for growth, your continued reaching for the light. Tonight, we are going to plant a new belief deep into the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. We are going to offer it a new, more truthful story to hold on to as you sleep. Let this affirmation become a gentle, soothing mantra. You can repeat it silently to yourself, or just listen and let the words wash over you, allowing their truth to sink in. I am more than my memories. I am more than my mistakes. Feel the resonance of that statement. I am more than my memories. Your memories are events that happened in the past. You are the consciousness that is experiencing this present moment. You are the thinker of thoughts, not the thoughts themselves. You are the feeler of emotions, not the emotions themselves. You are the container, not the contents. Your being is infinitely more vast and mysterious than any single story that has passed through it. The memory is a photograph of a single moment. You are the entire living, breathing album still being created. Now feel the second part. I am more than my mistakes. A mistake is an action taken at a specific point in time based on a specific level of awareness. It is not a permanent stain on your character. It is an event, not a definition. To define your entire worth and identity by your mistakes is like defining the sun by its sunspots or the ocean by a single piece of driftwood. It is a failure of perspective. Your worth is inherent. It is not earned by your successes or diminished by your failures. You are worthy of love, peace, and a fresh start simply because you exist. Your mistakes are part of your human curriculum. They are the assignments that taught you your most important lessons. They are evidence that you have lived, that you have tried, that you have taken risks. They are not a verdict on your soul. As you drift deeper and deeper into a state of relaxation, allow this new understanding to reorganize your inner world. Imagine the old, heavy label of your past mistake or painful memory gently peeling off. See it for what it is, just a word, just a story. And as it floats away, feel the lightness, the sense of freedom in the space it leaves behind. In its place, you can now write a new title for your life story. A title that reflects the truth of who you are now and who you are becoming. Perhaps that title is the survivor, or the learner, or simply the one who is becoming free. You are the author. You hold the pen. The past was a chapter that you had to live through, but the meaning you give it and the chapters you write from this day forward are entirely up to you. Let go of the old definition. It no longer fits the wise and resilient person you have become. You are more, so much more. Rest in that expansive truth. As we let go of the old constricting definitions, let's turn our full, compassionate attention to the incredible strength it has taken for you to arrive in this very moment. This is a crucial step, honoring your own resilience. We often get so focused on our perceived wounds and weaknesses that we completely overlook the profound power that has been operating within us all along. Just for a moment, I want you to truly acknowledge the journey you have been on. Consider the weight of the past you have been carrying, the inner battles you have fought in silence, the emotional storms you have weathered. And despite all of it, you are here, tonight, lying in this quiet space, breathing, and consciously choosing a path of healing. This is not a small thing. It is a monumental testament to the strength of your spirit. Think of the courage it takes to even look at the parts of ourselves we wish were different. Many people spend their entire lives running from their past, distracting themselves, numbing the pain. But you have chosen a different path. You have chosen to turn around and face the shadows. You have chosen to sit with the discomfort, to feel the grief, to question the old stories. This act of turning toward your own pain rather than away from it requires a deep and quiet courage. It is the courage of a true spiritual warrior, and it is a courage you possess in abundance, even on the days you feel weak. The very fact that you are engaging with this process is proof of your immense inner strength. Let's reconnect with that part of you now. The part that is a survivor. The part that kept going no matter what. I want you to go back in your mind, not to the painful event itself, but to the moments just after. Think of the morning you woke up after the worst day. You got out of bed. Maybe it was the hardest thing you did, but you did it. You breathed in and you breathed out. You kept going. Think of all the small, seemingly insignificant acts of survival you have performed day after day. The times you forced yourself to eat when you had no appetite. The times you went to work when your heart was breaking. The times you managed to smile for someone else when you were crumbling inside. These are not signs of pretense. They are acts of profound resilience. They are the evidence of a life force within you that is powerful, persistent, and absolutely unbreakable. This survivor part of you is not loud or dramatic. It is often a quiet, steady presence. It is the pilot light of your soul that never ever goes out, even in the strongest winds. It is the part of you that whispered, "Keep going," when everything else was screaming, "Give up." It is the part that sought out this meditation, this moment of peace, because it knew, on some deep level, that you were worthy of it. It is your most loyal and faithful ally. For too long, you may have ignored this part of yourself, focusing instead on the wounded parts. Tonight, we are placing this resilient self at the very center of our awareness. We are giving it the stage. We are honoring its incredible, tireless work. Let's use an analogy to feel this more deeply. Imagine yourself as a great, old tree standing on a windswept cliff, overlooking the ocean. You are not a delicate sapling in a protected greenhouse. You are a tree that has lived in the real world. Over the years, countless storms have rolled in from the sea. Fierce winds have lashed at your branches, trying to tear them from your trunk. Icy rains have frozen your bark, and yet you still stand. Why? Because of your roots. Your roots run deep into the earth, anchoring you, drawing nourishment and stability from a source that the storm cannot touch. Some of your branches may be twisted or broken. Your trunk may bear the scars of lightning strikes, but your core is strong, and your connection to the earth is unshakable. You have learned how to bend in the wind without breaking. You have learned how to endure the long, cold winter, knowing that spring will always return. You are a survivor. That is your nature. Feel that in your body now. Feel the deep, grounding strength of your own roots. These roots are made of everything you have survived, every lesson you have learned, every act of kindness you have given or received. They are your history, not as a source of shame, but as a source of profound strength and stability. The storms of the past could not unearth you. They may have shaken you. They may have changed your shape, but they could not destroy your essence. You are still here, standing tall, reaching for the sky. This resilience is not something you need to acquire. It is something you already possess. It is your birthright. We are not creating it tonight. We are simply remembering it. We are reconnecting with a truth that has been there all along, buried under the noise of self-criticism and regret. As you lie here, feel a sense of quiet pride and deep gratitude for this part of yourself. Send a silent thank you to the survivor within. Thank it for its tenacity, its courage, its unwavering commitment to your life. Let this feeling of self-appreciation be a warm, soothing energy that spreads throughout your entire body. Let it be the antidote to the poison of shame. You are not defined by what happened to you or by the mistakes you made. You are defined by the fact that you survived them. You are defined by the fact that you are still here, still growing, still healing. That is the most important story. That is the truest story. Let this deep knowing of your own resilience be the foundation upon which you build your rest tonight. You are safe. You are strong. You are a survivor. And you can rest now, knowing that the part of you that has gotten you through everything will continue to watch over you as you sleep. Having reconnected with the profound strength of the survivor within you, let's now gently shift our focus. We have spent time with the past, not to dwell there, but to understand it, to soften its edges, and to gather its wisdom. Now, with that wisdom in hand, we can turn our gaze forward. It is time to shift our energy away from the person you were and toward the person you are right now, in this moment, and the person you are in the process of becoming. This is not about creating a fantasy or an idealized version of yourself. It is about sensing into a truth that is already emerging from within. The process of healing and growth is not about adding something new to yourself, but about uncovering the whole and peaceful self that was always there, beneath the layers of past pain and limiting beliefs. So, let's begin by simply noticing who you are today. Not the story of who you are, but the direct experience of your being right here, right now. You are not the same person who lived through those past events. Think of all the ways you have grown since then. Think of the insights you've gained, the compassion you've developed, the resilience you've uncovered. You are, in this moment, a culmination of every experience you have ever had, filtered through the lens of a growing awareness. The very fact that you are undertaking this inner journey means you are a person who values consciousness, who seeks peace, who is committed to growth. Acknowledge that. That is who you are now. You are someone who is actively and courageously writing a new chapter. Now let's invite the felt sense of the person you are becoming. This is not a mental exercise of listing qualities. It is a gentle, intuitive process of sensing. As you continue to breathe slowly and deeply, I want you to ask your inner wisdom a simple question. Who am I becoming? Don't search for an answer with your logical mind. Just ask the question and then listen. Listen with your heart. Listen with your body. What qualities begin to emerge? Perhaps you feel a sense of growing calmness, a quiet at the center of your being that wasn't there before, a sense that you are less reactive to the storms of life, more able to remain centered in your own truth. Feel what that calmness is like in your body. Maybe it feels like a warm, still pool of water in your chest. Just notice it. Perhaps you sense a quality of wisdom, not an intellectual knowledge, but a deep, embodied knowing, an intuition that guides you, an understanding of life that is less black and white and more nuanced and compassionate. This is the wisdom forged in the fires of your past, the gold we spoke of earlier. It allows you to see yourself and others with greater clarity and kindness. Feel the quiet confidence that comes with this emerging wisdom. It is not arrogance. It is a humble trust in your own inner guidance. Maybe one of the most prominent qualities you sense is a deeper compassion, a compassion for yourself, first and foremost, an ability to forgive your own imperfections and to treat yourself with the kindness you would offer a dear friend. And from this self-compassion, a wider compassion for others naturally flows. You see their struggles, their humanity, their own hidden wounds, and your heart opens to them. This compassion is a softening, a melting of the old, hard edges of judgment. Feel this warmth, this sense of open-hearted connection as a tangible presence within you. Or perhaps the quality is one of lightness. As you set down the heavy burdens of the past, you naturally create space for more joy, more playfulness, more ease. You might sense an emerging ability to not take everything so seriously, to find humor in the imperfections of life, to simply enjoy the beauty of a simple moment without the shadow of the past looming over it. This lightness is not frivolous. It is a sign of profound healing. It is the feeling of your spirit returning to its natural state of buoyancy. Whatever qualities you are sensing, calm, wisdom, compassion, strength, lightness, or something else entirely unique to you, just allow them to be present. These are not qualities you need to strive for. They are the natural result of the healing work you are already doing. They are the person you are becoming, emerging organically as the old debris is cleared away. It's like a sculpture that is being revealed as the excess stone is chipped away. The beautiful form was always there, waiting to be seen. Let's anchor this experience with a gentle affirmation. As you hold the felt sense of this emerging self, silently repeat these words, letting them resonate deep within your being. The person I am becoming is worthy of peace and a fresh start. Feel the profound truth in that statement. This person, the one who is calmer, wiser, and more compassionate, absolutely deserves to live a life free from the chains of the past. They have earned their peace. They are ready for a new beginning. By focusing your attention and your intention on this emerging self, you are giving it energy. You are nurturing its growth. What you place your focus on expands. For years, you have focused on the past self, the one you wanted to forget, and in doing so, you inadvertently kept them alive and powerful. Tonight, and from this moment forward, we choose to place our focus on the person we are becoming. We choose to water these seeds of peace, wisdom, and compassion. This emerging self is not a destination you have to struggle to reach. It is a reality that you can choose to step into more and more each day. It is here, within you, right now. It is the quiet voice of wisdom that guides you. It is the feeling of calm that you can access with a single deep breath. It is the wave of compassion that arises when you see suffering. It is you, the most authentic, true, and whole version of you. And it is this version of you that will continue to heal and grow as you drift into a deep and peaceful sleep. You are not leaving the old you behind in a violent act of rejection. You are simply, gently, and lovingly outgrowing it. As we hold this beautiful, emerging sense of self in our awareness, we arrive at a place of profound integration. This is where all the threads of our journey tonight begin to weave together into a new and coherent tapestry. We have acknowledged the past, grieved its losses, and mined it for its hidden wisdom. Now, we consciously choose to carry that wisdom forward with us while leaving the pain behind. This is a crucial distinction. Forgiving or letting go of the past does not mean pretending it didn't happen. It does not mean forgetting the lessons it taught. In fact, it's the exact opposite. True integration means you have so thoroughly learned the lesson that you no longer need to carry the painful textbook around with you everywhere you go. Imagine you have been on a long and arduous journey through a difficult landscape. You had to navigate treacherous mountains and dark forests. Along the way, you learned how to read a map, how to find shelter, how to distinguish safe paths from dangerous ones. Now, you have finally arrived in a beautiful, peaceful valley. To integrate the journey means you keep all the skills you learned: the map reading, the shelter building, the discernment. These skills make you a wiser and more capable traveler for the rest of your life. But you don't have to keep carrying the heavy, mud-caked boots, the torn clothes, or the constant fear you felt back in the forest. You carry the wisdom, not the trauma. You carry the learning, not the suffering. This is the alchemy we are performing now. We are distilling the pure essence of wisdom from the raw material of our past experiences. Let's think about the threads we have gathered. There is the thread of past wisdom, the hard-won lessons about boundaries, humility, empathy, and what truly matters. This thread might be a dark color, like a deep indigo or a forest green, representing the depths from which it came. It is strong and resilient. Then, there's the thread of your present strength, the resilience of the survivor, the courage of the one who chose to heal. This thread might be a bright, vibrant color, perhaps a brilliant gold or a steady, earthy red. It represents your life force, your unshakable core. And finally, there is the thread of future hope, the sense of the person you are becoming, with all their qualities of peace, compassion, and lightness. This thread is luminous, like a shimmering silver or a soft, dawn-lit pink. It represents possibility and renewal. Now, in your mind's eye, I want you to see yourself as a weaver sitting at a great loom. And you are taking these three threads, the dark, strong thread of past wisdom, the vibrant thread of present strength, and the luminous thread of future hope, and you are weaving them together. See the pattern that begins to emerge. It is not just one color. It is a rich, complex, and beautiful fabric. The dark threads do not overshadow the light ones. They provide the contrast that makes the light threads shine even more brightly. The wisdom from your past makes your present strength more meaningful. Your present strength is what allows you to hold a hopeful vision for the future. And that hopeful vision gives you the motivation to continue integrating the wisdom of your past. They all work together. This fabric is the new story of who you are. It is a story that honors every part of your journey. It is a story that says nothing was wasted. Every tear, every struggle, every mistake has contributed to the depth, the richness, and the beauty of the person you are today. Without the dark threads, the tapestry would be flat and one-dimensional. It is the integration of the shadow and the light that creates a work of true masterpiece. This is the essence of wholeness. It is not about being perfect or untouched by life. It is about being able to hold all parts of your experience with love and to see how they have all, in their own mysterious way, served your ultimate growth. This understanding frees you from the tyranny of if only, the endless loop of if only I hadn't done that, or if only that hadn't happened to me. When you truly see that every part of your journey has contributed to the depth and wisdom you now possess, the need to wish for a different past begins to dissolve. You can look back, not with regret, but with a kind of sober, compassionate gratitude, not for the pain itself, but for the person the pain forced you to become. You can finally say to your own history, "Thank you for the lessons. I have them now. I am ready to move forward." Feel this sense of integration settling into your body. It might feel like a quiet click, a sense of rightness, of things finally falling into place. It's the feeling of coming home to yourself. You are no longer at war with your own story. You are no longer fragmented, with one part of you trying to reject another. You are becoming a unified whole. You are weaving all the disparate parts of your experience into a single, strong, and beautiful garment. A garment of wisdom that you can wear with grace and quiet confidence. This is the deep, lasting peace that is so much more profound than simply forgetting. It is the peace that comes from understanding. It is the peace that comes from acceptance. It is the peace that comes from making your entire life, with all its shadows and all its light, a sacred text from which you can draw endless wisdom and strength. As you rest now, let this process of weaving continue on a subconscious level. Your inner weaver knows exactly what to do. It will continue its gentle work as you sleep, strengthening the fabric of your integrated self, preparing you to wake up tomorrow feeling more whole, more at peace, and more truly yourself than ever before. As this beautiful tapestry of your integrated self settles into place, something remarkable happens. As the old stories soften, as the inner battles cease, a profound quiet begins to emerge. I want you to turn your attention now to this quiet space that remains. This isn't an empty space. It isn't a void. It is a space that is full of peace, full of potential. It is the natural state of your being, the stillness that was always there, waiting patiently beneath the noise of the mind. This quiet inner space is your true sanctuary. It is your ultimate refuge, a place within you that is untouched by the dramas of the world and the echoes of the past. It is the calm, deep ocean beneath the turbulent waves on the surface. For a long time, your inner world may have felt crowded and loud. It was filled with the clamor of self-criticism, the ghosts of old memories, the anxieties about the future. There was very little room to simply be. Now, as you have gently acknowledged and integrated these parts of yourself, they no longer need to shout for your attention. The ghosts have been seen and heard, and they can finally rest. The inner critic has been met with compassion and has softened its voice. The anxieties have been soothed by the presence of your resilient survivor self. And in their place, there is now a vast, peaceful stillness. I want you to feel this stillness. It's not something you have to create. You just have to notice that it's here. Let's use the breath to explore this inner sanctuary. With each slow, deep breath you take, I want you to imagine that you are breathing not just air into your lungs, but peace into this quiet space within. With every inhale, feel this inner space gently expanding. Imagine it growing from the center of your chest, radiating outward, filling your entire torso. With every exhale, feel a deeper settling into this space, a sense of letting go into the profound calm that resides there. Inhale and feel the space expand, becoming wider, more open, more luminous. Exhale and feel yourself sinking more and more deeply into your own inherent peace. There is nothing to do here, nothing to solve, nothing to figure out. This space simply asks that you rest in it, that you allow yourself to be held by it. This quiet space is the source of all true healing and restoration. It is the workshop of the subconscious mind. When you rest in this stillness, you are giving your body and mind the perfect conditions to do their deepest work. It is in this silence that the nervous system recalibrates and comes back into a state of balance. It is here that cellular repair happens most efficiently. It is here that the mind sorts and files the experiences of the day, integrating lessons and letting go of what is no longer needed. By consciously connecting with this inner quiet as you drift off to sleep, you are supercharging your body's natural healing processes. You are creating the fertile ground from which a new, more peaceful tomorrow can grow. This sanctuary is always available to you. It is your birthright. No matter how chaotic the external world becomes, no matter what challenges arise, you can always return to this quiet space within. It is a single conscious breath away. It is the ultimate anchor in any storm. The more you visit it, the more familiar it will become. Over time, you will find that you can carry a sense of this inner stillness with you, even in the midst of a busy day. It becomes the silent, peaceful background to your entire life. This is the true meaning of inner peace. It is not the absence of problems, but the presence of a deep, inner resource of calm that is greater than any problem. Let this feeling of expanding tranquility be the dominant sensation now. Let go of all the words, all the concepts, all the ideas we have explored. Let them all dissolve into this simple, direct experience of peace. Feel the quiet in your body, the absence of tension. Feel the quiet in your mind, the slowing of thoughts, the growing space between them. Feel the quiet in your heart, the gentle, steady rhythm of a heart at peace. This is your home. You have returned to the center of your own being. This is the peace that surpasses all understanding. It does not depend on your past being perfect. It does not depend on your future being certain. It is here, now, independent of all conditions. It simply is. As you continue to breathe, let this spacious peace become your entire reality. Imagine that you are gently floating in a vast, calm, silent ocean of pure consciousness. The water is warm and supportive. It holds you completely. You don't have to swim or strive. You just have to float. You just have to allow yourself to be carried by this immense, benevolent tranquility. This is the energy of deep rest. It is the energy of profound healing. It is the energy of unconditional love, the love that your deepest self has for you. Allow yourself to receive it. Allow yourself to be filled by it. There is nothing more to do now. Just rest in this beautiful, silent, peaceful space that you are. Let it carry you effortlessly into a deep and restorative sleep. Now, as you float in this ocean of quiet peace, let's release all remaining mental effort. The work for tonight is complete. Your subconscious mind has received these gentle suggestions, and it will continue the process of weaving, healing, and integrating as you sleep. There is nothing more for you to consciously do or figure out. It is time to turn your awareness away from the past, away from the inner work, and toward the simple, clean promise of tomorrow. Tomorrow is a new page. It is a blank canvas. It has not yet been touched by the stories of yesterday. It is pure potential. In this gentle, receptive state, let's plant a simple, soft intention for the day that is to come. This is not a goal to strive for or a task to accomplish. It is more like a quiet wish, a gentle request offered to the universe and to your own deeper self. As you drift on the edge of sleep, you can whisper this intention into the well of your being. Perhaps the intention is simply this: tomorrow, may I wake with a little more lightness. Feel what that would be like. A sense of the old, heavy weight having been lifted even just a little. A feeling of buoyancy in your spirit. A little more room for a spontaneous smile or a moment of simple joy. Just hold the feeling of that lightness for a moment. Or perhaps your intention is, tomorrow, may I wake with a little more peace. Imagine a day where the inner static is turned down, where your mind is a little quieter, a little clearer, where you are able to meet the moments of your day from that calm sanctuary within, rather than from a place of reaction or anxiety. Feel the sense of centeredness, of quiet stability that this peace would bring. Let that feeling of peace be your gentle focus. Maybe the intention is, tomorrow, may I remember that I am the sky, not the clouds. This is an intention for awareness, a gentle reminder to yourself that when old thoughts or difficult emotions arise, as they sometimes will, you can meet them with spaciousness. You can remember your true nature as the vast, unchanging awareness that holds it all with grace. An intention to not get so easily swept away by the mental weather. Feel the freedom, the quiet power that comes with that perspective. Choose one of these intentions, or create one of your own that feels right for you. Hold it gently in your heart, without any grasping or demand. It is a seed you are planting in the fertile soil of your sleeping mind. Trust that it has been planted. And now, let it go. Release the intention itself. Surrender the outcome completely. The most powerful intentions are the ones we release to the care of a wisdom far greater than our conscious mind. All that is required of you is to rest, to trust, and to allow the new day to unfold as it will. Your language now becomes slower, more sparse, allowing more and more space for silence, more room for you to drift away completely. Tomorrow is a new page, a fresh start, unwritten, clean, and clear. It is a gift waiting for you. And the greatest gift you can give to your tomorrow self is the deep restorative rest you give yourself tonight. This rest is a sacred act. It is the final step in the healing process. It is the time when all the insights and shifts you have experienced can truly anchor themselves deep within your being. Every slow, deep breath you take now is a signal to your body that it is safe to let go completely. It is safe to surrender to sleep. The day is done. The thoughts of the day are dissolving like mist in the morning sun. The worries of yesterday are fading, becoming distant and unimportant. All that is left is the gentle rhythm of your breathing and the feeling of your body becoming heavier and heavier, sinking deeper and deeper into a state of profound peace. You are on a gentle river, floating calmly under a sky full of soft, distant stars. The current of the river is carrying you effortlessly toward the vast, peaceful ocean of sleep. There is no need to paddle, no need to steer. You can simply trust the current, trust the journey. The river knows the way. It is the ancient river of rest, and it is carrying you home. With every breath out, you let go a little more, becoming softer, quieter, more still. The edges of your awareness begin to blur, dissolving into the gentle darkness, the warm, welcoming embrace of sleep. Tomorrow is a new page, full of possibility and peace. But for now, there is only this moment of deep letting go, this gentle descent into the healing sanctuary of dreamless rest. Allow sleep to come for you now. It is here. It is waiting, like a gentle tide, ready to wash all cares away and carry you into the deep. And so you drift. The gentle tide of sleep is rising now, washing over the shores of your awareness, pulling you out into the vast, silent, healing ocean of the night. There is nothing more to do now but rest. There are no more words to hear, no more ideas to hold. Everything dissolves into this profound stillness. Your subconscious mind will continue this healing as you sleep. It knows exactly what to do. It will take the seeds we have planted tonight the seeds of peace, of wisdom, of self-compassion, and it will nurture them in the fertile darkness, allowing them to put down deep roots into your very being. You don't have to manage this process. You don't have to oversee it. You can simply surrender to it. It is a gift you are giving yourself, the gift of profound, uninterrupted, and deeply restorative rest. Imagine your consciousness as a single, soft feather floating gently on the breath. With each inhale, it rises slightly, and with each exhale, it drifts down, deeper and deeper, settling into a place of perfect calm, down, into a soft, warm, welcoming darkness. This darkness is not empty. It is the creative void from which all things are born. It is the womb of the universe. It is a place of absolute safety, absolute peace, and infinite potential. Here, in this deep space, you are renewed. You are remade. The cells of your body are regenerating. The pathways of your mind are reorganizing around peace. The energy of your spirit is being replenished from a source that never runs dry. Let your body become completely heavy now, as heavy as stone, sinking into the comfort of the surface beneath you. Feel every muscle, every fiber of your being, letting go completely. Your jaw is soft. Your shoulders are heavy. Your arms and legs are filled with a pleasant, leaden warmth. There is no tension anywhere, just a profound sense of release, a deep, physical surrender to the pull of rest. Your mind follows your body, letting go of the last remnants of thought, the last echoes of the day. The thoughts that drift by now are like distant, silent clouds, passing far overhead, requiring none of your attention, none of your energy. You are simply aware of them from a great peaceful distance. They are not you. They are just the last whispers of a world that is fading away as you drift deeper and deeper. Who are you really when you strip away the stories, when you let go of the memories, the roles, the identities? What remains in the silence? Is it not just this simple, peaceful, timeless awareness? This is your true nature. It was never broken. It was never damaged. It was only ever obscured by the clouds of thought and memory. And as you sleep, you return to this pristine, original state. You come home to the essence of who you are. This is the ultimate healing. To remember, in the deep silence of the night, the wholeness that was never truly lost. What if a new beginning is not an event that happens one day, but a choice that is made in every quiet moment? A choice to rest in this awareness, rather than in the old stories. A choice to meet each new moment with presence, rather than with the baggage of the past. Perhaps waking up as a different person is not about a magical transformation overnight, but about the slow, steady, and beautiful accumulation of these quiet moments of peace. A moment of conscious breath here, a moment of self-compassion there, until one day you look back and realize that you are, in fact, living in a new landscape. The old ghosts no longer have power. The old chains have rusted away into dust. And you are free, not because you erased the past, but because you outgrew it, because you became more vast, more wise, and more loving than the stories that once tried to contain you. There is nothing more to understand now. All that is left is to dissolve into this peace. Just allow sleep to come. It is coming for you now, like a gentle fog rolling in from the sea, blanketing everything in a soft, quiet, peaceful white. It is so easy to let go, so easy to surrender. Your body knows how to sleep. Your mind is ready for rest. Your heart is at peace. All of you is aligned in this single, simple intention to rest, to heal, to be renewed, and to awaken tomorrow as the person you are already, beautifully and miraculously becoming. Rest now. Rest deeply. Just allow sleep to take you. It is coming for you now, a gentle tide, pulling you out into the deep, peaceful, healing,